quick how I laid out this Confederate flag here. Someone had asked about how I had it laid out. What I did first was I first made the flag. And my flags are 19 and a half by 36. That's the size I do my flags. So the first thing you want to do is make your flag. Then what I did was I created this template. And this is an inch and 7/8 wide. And I made this template here. And what I do, I have marks on the end of this template right here. This is the center of the stripe, and this is going to be the main stripe. So what I do is just line these marks up at the corners of my flags. When you got the marks lined up with the corners of the flags, that's where then I just trace. I make a pencil line, and I trace on each side with the pencil to create the one stripe. Then I go ahead and I turn it over here. I line the corners up with this center on each one. Then I go ahead and I draw the pencil mark for that on each side. And then you got your main stripes created. Then what I do is I'll measure over from the main stripe. I'll measure over 1/2 of an inch. Down here and right here I'll measure over 1/2 an inch. And I'll do that, and then I'll draw a line, and I'll create that 1/2 an inch stripe on each side of the main stripe. So that way you're going to have a 1/2 an inch stripe on each side of the main stripe. And I'll do that in pencil too, and I'll draw that out in pencil. So now at that point you have your flag. There's no stain on it, and you got your pencil marks for the main stripe and the 1/2 inch stripe. You got your pencil marks. And then also, I didn't mention it, but when you lay out your stripes, I have these holes in here, and these holes are where the stars are laid out in there. So I'll turn around when I do that. I'll mark where the stars go. That way I know where the stars are. So you got your stripes in pencil drawn out. Then what I'll do is I'll take my red stain, and I apply my stain with the foam brush. I'll take my red stain and I'll stain the red part, but I'll stain over the top of the pencil line, right into the middle right here. I'll stain over the top of the pencil line, and I'll do that for this red section, this red section, this red section, and this red section. Stain over the top of your pencil line. You'll be able to see your pencil line through that stain. And then what I'll do, to get all the red stain, I'll stain the blue. And when I stain the blue, I'll stain over the top of this pencil line on all the parts of the stripes, right over the top of the pencil line, right to the middle. So then you'll have it all the red on, all the blue on, and you'll be able to see your pencil marks on here. Then, when it's all dry and you're ready to do your carving with the Dremel, I use a Dremel, you'll be able to see your pencil marks, and you can just etch it out as you go right along your pencil marks. And you'll clean it all out like this here, and this is what you're going to end up with. You'll lay out your stars, and you'll Dremel them out, and it's pretty much that. I don't use no tape. I'm just going off the pencil marks that I got here. And like I said, when you stain, you'll be able to see your pencil marks through your stain, and that's what you're going to go by when you go and use your Dremel to carve that out. So that's pretty much how I do it. And like I say, this template board here is the exact length of your flag, corner to corner. And then you have to lay out your stars. It looks like my stars are about 5.5 inches they're 5.5 inches apart. So what you do is find the center, put your first star there, and each one is 5.5 inches out. That's how mine are. Go from the center, 5.5 inches from here to here, 5.5, 5.5, and 5.5. And that's how I got. So if you make a template like this with holes in it, you'll have this. Every time you do flags, you can just lay this out, draw it with a pencil, stain it, and engrave it. And that's how I do my Confederate flags. Hope this helps.